Welcome to this unboxing of the game Pampero by Julian Pombo. Another big box, very big. Nice weight to it. Let's have a look at the sides. You can put it in a bookshelf that way. I don't know if you can see that down the bottom. We've got 1 to 4 players, ages 14 and above. About 2 hours, again as usual. I'd probably double that, 3 to 4 hours minimum. Let's look at the top side. Pampero there. On that side, it looks like that. So slightly different art. We've got blue skies there, bit of white skies on that side, bit of brown on the bottom there, as opposed to that light color on the top. Let's look at the back of the box for Pampero. You can see there how it looks like on your gaming table. A very big board by the looks of it, looking at the pieces that are there. We've got a bit of a blurb there. Again, you can pause that one, have a look, and also the components that you can see down the bottom there. Let's rip into this and open her up and see what we get in the box with this unboxing. So down the side, nice thick cardboard down the outside for the packaging, and we have thumb holes down both sides as well. Let's take that off. Throw that off to one side. Flip it over. Just show you the thumb holes that are there for this box as well, which is just so nice to have these little quality of life improvements that we have. Let's actually use some of those thumb holes as I slip the top off, flip it over. Normal cardboard on the inside, no extra pictures that we see there. Here we have the game components. This is what we are after. So first of all, we have player reference aids, and just like the last one I did, which was inventions, quite meaty booklets as your player reference. But I think it is good. It condenses everything down for the player, so each person has it, so you're not sharing the rule book. You can see there a bit of the tiles explained in a bit more detail and some common questions on the back. So 4 of those, 1 for each player. It is, as I said before, hopefully I said before, a game for 1 to 4 players. We've got the game rules here, as well as the solo game rules. Let's just look at this solo game rules first of all. So solo gameplay, going through that. Very nicely laid out, not too small. I can read that, I can bring out my magnifying glass if I need to. Nice use of white space and pictures as well. That was a 8-page solo game rules booklet. The game rules themselves for 2 to 4 players. A bit thicker, still nice layout, use of examples and color to draw you in. Got your actions, we've got the action phase there. We've got action card effects. Still a lot on action card effects. Consolidation phase, turn order phase, scoring phase, and alternate rules that you can see there. And that's the game structure overview. That is 24 pages long, another nice addition. We have here our first punch board. Excuse me. Looks like we have money components, and these are dollars. So they look nice. We've got Pampero punch board, 3 of 3 back. So there we have the 3 of 3 front. We have another punch board with lots of components on this one. I'll bring it up slightly closer. Move that slowly away so you can see some of the components that are there on that punch board. Turning them over, that's what it looks like there. Another one. Again, just so you can see it a bit closer as we slowly scroll through that. And then see the back of it. Nice quality card that we have here. An insert just to divide stuff. Nice quality plastic. Looks like player trays and tops as well. Let's go through these. Very interesting. They're all very different. So these look like they just hold components rather than, or do they? So this, we have 3 plastic tops here, 1 plastic top there. Let's go through this more carefully. So this looks like it's definitely for a player because there are 4 of these as well. And you can see here we've stacked 3 more. So each of those will obviously go with one of those. We've got 4 of these boxes. They're for the players. Nice quality plastic. We have this box here, which is different to that box. So these must be for game components that are shared. You can see there, Pampero. Again, if I'm saying this incorrectly, please correct me in the comments. Phonetically spelled correction would be helpful. Another box which looks very similar to this one. So we've got 2 of these type of boxes. No, even they are different. So they are very much all different boxes that are there. Some packing we have there. All of our game pieces and nice colors. Art Nouveau colors, I would say. I could again be incorrect there, but lots of nice pieces that you can see there in those bags. Throw those over there. We've got what looks like wind turbines, windmills, to create some sort of electricity or maybe draw water. This one here, definitely electricity. So a game that is big on generating power. And of course that was seen in the artwork on the front, which I'll get back to at the end. Another separator. The game board itself, this is another huge game board. Just like Inventions had a huge game board. Hopefully that is up by the time you see this. So let's flip it around this way. This is actually a double-sided game board. Do I have it up the wrong way? I do have it up the wrong way around. Let's start over this side first of all. And I'll move it over so we can see the right side. We can see here we've got what looks like Brazil. So this could be Brazil that's here. Pampero could be a place in Brazil. I do not know. Again, please help me out by writing in the comments. You can see there windmill, electricity generation. So it's across the continent. I'm going to say Brazil. I'm just going to go for it. Not afraid to be wrong. I'm sure I will be corrected if I am. A little bit of an explanation. If maybe you've have lived or visited Pampero, would be pretty cool to hear from you in the comments section also. Going over to this other side, looks a little bit more simplistic. Now I don't know whether this is for 1 or 2 players and the other side is for 1 or 2 players. So let's go through that. In fact, I'm just going to bring us down to this corner. So this looks like 6 people, maybe 6 people for that side. I can't see anything else that's going to give it away other than at the top here we've got 1 and 2. Let's flip that over. And up the top here, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I reckon the other side's for 1 or 2 people. This side's for 3 to 4 people up there. And again, down this bottom side, right-hand side, we have that 6 times there. So that's what I reckon each side of the board, this board is for. Again, I'm just being very ginger and very careful with that. Could be easy to tear, but it does feel very, very sturdy, very thick, very firm. I'm happy with the quality of that. Let's take out some of these, more of these components. We've got a few round, maybe on the victory track scoring markers. We've got green batteries there. We have some green round markers. They look like markers for the different players. We have a bit of a beach theme going on here with a beach umbrella, I'm going to say that is. And then a couple more markers here, and I don't know what they are. almost reminiscent of recycling. A couple of houses that we see there. So I think each player will get one of those, potentially, because there are 4 of them. That's all I'm thinking. More components there. That looks like a bit of, I don't know what that is, film maybe. Some factory, I think we're going for factory feel there. Cards, we'll come to the cards in a moment, and it's good to see they've got this little gold strip there, so I can hopefully peel that away easily. Don't let me forget that. Just shout out. I know I'll be able to hear you. These look like player boards. And yep, I'm going to go with player boards. Different colors. We've got this sort of red, the purple. If I flip that over, now that is interesting. If they are player boards, they definitely look asymmetric. So maybe this is an asymmetric player game. Very interesting if it is. I do like that if they are asymmetric. Let's have a look at a couple more of these boards, see what we can dig up. So this one here is blue. Now that looks similar to the purple one. So I'm going to go with these purple, blue, white, and this orange board are for the normal 4 players. And this one here, probably a solo player board, I'm going to guess for that one there. They're double card thickness, so you might be able to see there, you can just slot things in so they don't slide around everywhere. We've got 4 of these cards, 1 for each of the 4 players again. 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. And they look roughly the same for each player as well, and they're just single-sided. So those are the player boards. Let's take out this one here. We've got A, B, and C. Again, I don't know what this is for exactly. That'll obviously be a game component of some sort. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put it in the box. These 2 look like they'd be put down the bottom of the game board, maybe. They look very similar to me on that side, and also very similar on that side. So again, I look forward to seeing what those are about. Got a nice plastic thing at the bottom here by Game Trays. Some more cards. Let's start looking at the cards now that we've gone through pretty much all of the components in the game. And these look like they all have this cog motif on the back. Let's go through these. These have numbers for reference. I guess if you're going on maybe Board Game Geek and you have a question. Just go through those again so you can just sort of see them quickly and pause at your leisure. So some of them are different to others. I think they are all different. Aspects of them have been similar on different cards, but there have been aspects which have also been very different as well. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say they are all different. That was that lot of cards. This is the remaining lot of cards that we have to go. I'm going to zoom in a bit if I can. Apology for the seasickness of that zoom using my phone. Very simple setup I have here. Love to go pro. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I'm happy to stay this way for the moment anyway. It's just a bit of a hobby of mine to go through, have a look at everything in the box. I'm going to divide that lot there. These look sort of similar-ish. They've got that there and those at the back. So let's go through these. In fact, we could separate them by back type. And we have, these look like player colors, different player colors. You can see that there in that corner there. So I'm going to say each player gets a set of these. Let's have a look what the blue set looks like. Press play. Put those there. Let's have a look at what the purple set looks like. Again, press play. Let's just take the top cards. Hopefully they're in a similar order. They look pretty identical to me. Let's take the second card of each. As I reach across the screen, there's a second card of each. They look pretty similar to me also. So I'm going to say each player gets a set of these cards. Just for completeness, I'm going to go through these final 2 player colors as well. So they are only indicated by this little color marker at the back there. Nothing on the front indicates that this is yellow or the other colors that we've gone through. Have a look at these cards now. Let's go with these black on that side type of cards on the back. These are going to cost you by the looks of it, or maybe they'll be victory points, which is possibly money in the end. Some sort of housing. They have, again, numbers down in the bottom right corner for reference. Of course, we've seen some of those cubes of those types. And finally, this lot of cards here. And we have that Brazil motif there. We've got sea umbrella and house at the top there. Do they all have the same? No, they are slightly different. So let's go with what I call the seaside umbrella and the house on that Brazil motif. Numbered down at the bottom. Are they the same? They look identical. Looking very identical at the moment, except now, oh sorry, we do change. We've got 2 houses there. 2 sea umbrellas on that one. 2 houses and 2 sea umbrellas. And finally, this lot of cards, bit of industry and maybe a commercial building. I think I said film before. And I don't know what country that would represent. Apologies, I don't know every country that's out there. At least I don't know their flags. And I also don't know every country that is out there. So finishing up with these cards. And that concludes the unboxing of Pampero, a game by Julian Pombo. You can see there, I said I'd go to the artwork in the end also. So let's zoom that out so we can see it there. We can see Pampero. I think now we're fairly certain that's an area in Brazil, South America. And we're dealing with energy production, as you can see here by the wind turbines across the hills. And you can see the wind that's going across there as well. So thank you for joining me. As always, hit that subscribe button. That helps me, the thumbs up as well. Share it with your friends and enjoy your gaming. My name is LeMonde, signing off.